up, friends? This is Jazz bringing you another kind of mini-series. It's going to be kind of a weekly, vlog in a way. It's not going to show, footage like a whole bunch of other vlogging channels have, but it's more me sitting down talking about my week in general. Sometimes I'm going to censor things out a little bit. I'm going to use different code words for, names or places. And if I'm doing any projects, I will give you maybe a code name for it before I release it and stuff. Just more, I know some people, people who don't want to watch it don't have to watch it, but I want to kind of have something to look back on. I'll know what I meant, just in general. Anyway, this is from last Monday to today, which you'll see it on a Monday. I ended up earning a award at my workplace. Now, I will insert a picture here with a sensor, hopefully, on the area. I know this is silly, but, I might not. They do have a Facebook page. I'm just trying to decide, and it was for moving out of my comfort zone. As you guys may know, that the place I work at specializes in working with individuals with special needs of any sort, right? So it's not like Sobeys or Walmart or in that type of instance. But the place can train you to work in environments like that as well, but I mostly work at that place alone. I don't go and work other places, but I got an award for moving out of my comfort zone at work and doing better. As some of you may know, I was sort of, as I said, I have to be somewhat honest. My psychiatrist suspected I had Asperger's syndrome or somewhere on the spectrum, but my main problem is my anxiety, and sometimes there are days where I can't even go to work because my anxiety gets that bad. But over the last 3 or 4 months, it has gotten better. Now, you guys are probably thinking, what does that have to do with this week? Well, I'm explaining that a little bit back for you, for you'll understand what that award was for. They gave it to me because I'm learning to really push myself to going and move it out of my comfort zone. Going to the awards night that I got that award at was extremely difficult for me. Earlier that day, they had an assembly to practice this awards night, and my panic was so bad. Without getting into real details, let's just say, you know how it's like when you feel heated, right? And your stomach just isn't feeling well. That type of feeling, right? I've never been good at assembly circumstances, whether at school or anything. I would get really worked up. I was at a point where I had to fiddle with the cord of my earphones. I always wear earphones to work to kind of help me calm down. But I did great at the actual event. It was 3 hours, and I sat there, didn't have to go to the washroom, barely fiddled with my headphones. But it just goes to show that maybe I'm better when there's a lot of activity going on, like videos or music or entertainment maybe. Where earlier that day, which was Wednesday, right, I forgot to tell you, there was nothing but talking and discussing what was going on, and there was nothing to keep my mind busy. But anyway, I am proud of myself for earning that award. Last year I was only there for a month, and I got clothes sorter, or full, whatever, which I barely did any of, even in that short period of time I was there. The award made no sense. This year, this award really, even with my family, they said that really fit me. And I was pleased with it. Well, about the rest of the week, I worked on some projects and videos. I believe that the main story of Soul Silver is, I know this isn't a channel update, but I finished recording Soul Silver. You'll probably see that in some type of update. I'm still working on Mystery Dungeon and Morley Mystery Dungeon a little bit. I'm working on several other projects you might see in the future. I'm not going to bring it. I'll just call one project YT, is one that I've really been getting into. I uploaded a lot of videos for you guys. I've scheduled a lot of videos for you guys. That way, if I need a day off or if I'm going away somewhere, you will always expect something up. What else? Can't really think of much. I mean, I also felt the need, which I haven't started yet, obviously. Like, I watched some videos on YouTube talking about their weight loss success stories, and I kind of wish I would have one myself. Like, I know compared to some people, I don't look very heavy, but for my height, like, I'm like about 160, 170, give or take. Maybe 100 in the 150s, but I think it's more the higher, like the earlier. But at the same time, I have trouble controlling my intake and exercise. I only really seem to do so when I'm at work at all. And, like, there's some things I know that I have trouble controlling. Like, the drink I always have. Like, you guys might have these cappuccinos or something from Starbucks, anyone in the U.S., but Canadians have Tim Hortons, and I'm addicted to what they call an iced cappuccino there. It's probably like iced coffee or something out there. I don't know. You probably have your own type of iced cappuccinos, but that's kind of routine for me. And I figured, well, what I do with the ice caps, I'm not going to be able to control. But I'm still having trouble with, soda beverages. I want to try to cut back on them anyway. Really, though, I only seem to have 2 a week, if I do at all. But the problem is, it means I'm having something every single day of the week. And I'm going to try to cut back. Eventually I'll have 1, and then eventually maybe I'll cut the Coke and the soda beverages out altogether. Because with my iced cappuccinos, that is not only addiction, but it's routine for me. So I'll be slower with limited them. I'm learning to cook. The last few days I've been cooking a little bit more for myself, which I am proud of. Some people don't. Some people rather go get fast food or someone else is there to cook. Me, I'm learning to cook a little bit more and make a little bit more for myself, which is good, but at the same time bad, because that means there's more for me to get if I'm hungry. But either way, I've been eating anyway, so hopefully I'll be able to maybe get some under control when it comes to eating, whether it's the next few months or the next few weeks. I'll let you know how that is going. Now, I know you guys may not like to hear all this, but this is just if you like to hear it. It's more for myself, in a way. Right? If you want to see it, then that's great. If not, then, well, just go to any of my other videos. Now, if I ever bring up a story about someone, it is going to have a code name. You're not hearing the real name. And I'm not going to give all the full circumstance. But we'll talk more about awards night a little bit. A friend of mine, we'll just call him Bart. He won an award for peer connections and forget the other. I forget what the other one. How they call it. Like, my friend has a form of autism as well. But he has always been good with connecting with others. And I honestly have to thank him for getting me out a little bit more. Because he'll always try to connect with someone. And he always remembers something the person is interested in. So he legitimately tries to say, oh, this person likes Coronation Street, which is a soap opera. My aunt also likes it. Or he talks about The Simpsons with me quite a bit. But anyway, he always remembers what he talked about with someone. And it's funny, like, I know I can talk and communicate, but with me, it is always so, loose, like, one-sided. Like, if I'm talking to my aunt or anyone, I'm talking about something that I'm interested in, I'm focused in. Where he will go in what he's interested in, but he will remember when he's talking to someone what they like. Where with me, I will say, oh, I play this game, even if it's not always relevant to this situation. But anyway, I also did sign language at the awards night. We did the fight song, which I do not know what the artist is. We also did Roar, Katy Perry. A lot of people know Katy Perry. They'll probably know what that is. We pretty much just signed it, though, while the music was playing. And there is a video on Facebook, but that's only people who know my account. Someone actually recorded it, like the performance. I don't know how I feel about how I did. Like, I know I did well, but when you look at it yourself, you're like, jeez. It was like, everyone did a good job that night. There was like choir performing and everything. As I said, like, they did a really good job, and it really shows, like, how much talent that special needs can have. Like, you may think, oh, they're not going to contribute anything to this world, but that is absolutely untrue. Each award that was given out that night was individualized to their uniqueness in what they do and what they love. In fact, there were a few cases where they were saying good with the iPad or good with the computer. And it just represented that person. Me, as I said, it was getting out of my comfort zone, and I agree at least 95% of it. I still have a long way to go, but I still thought it suited me very well. Like, I enjoyed that night, and I pretty much had a really good week. I'm keeping my mind set that one thing I did or one good thing that happened every day, and it seems to have given me a brighter outlook on things. Well, anyway, guys, it may have been long, but that was my week update. I'll try to get a few of these out, like, once a week. But you will still get your regular video, and, like, the regular there might be 3 uploads tomorrow. Maybe. Maybe 2. But you're still getting your regular Monday's video. But this will just be a bonus. You're probably thinking, why don't you have a separate channel for that? It would be silly. Just for a once-a-week upload. And I'm managing one channel very well, and I think it'd be best that I stick with that one channel. Now, I gotta warn especially any newcomers to my channel, let the criticism be mild. Like, if you have criticism, then let it be constructive. Don't use I don't know how to explain it. I know I have some very close YouTube friends on here that won't think anything of it. Okay, she's talking about her week. But there are some people who are just mean, right? And I know I may sound a little different, but please, if you have anything bad to say, don't say it. You don't have to say anything. You don't have to say, oh, she's really good at this, but if it's going to be downright negative or insulting, then just leave the video. That's as simple as that. I know that I don't sound professional or hip or anything, but anyway, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.